So, welcome to I Must Drake You. I'm your host, Dre Alvarez, found most places on the internet as Nerd Numbers. Not with me today is Jeff May because Jeff May is actually doing the correct thing and enjoying a holiday because it's Labor Day. Now, the irony to me, and I told this to Jeff, is hey, for me, this is enjoyment. I do want to shout out patreon.com/Jeff May where you can subscribe, get stuff sent to you in the mail, help out this show too. You can see the stuff I subscribe to as well. You won't be shocked. It is most of the Jeff May things. I missed this when Jeff posted this. He says Labor Dre. Labor Dre. Good job on the pun, Jeff. Full credit. Also have to give a shout out again, patreon.com/Jeff May. We do the card breaking, but Jeff does all sorts of other things as well, including Ugg Fine with Kim Crawl. And I'm sorry if Jeff isn't here. It's one of the most hilarious things. It's behind the Patreon wall, so you got to go there to see it. But one of the most hilarious things, is one of the most hilarious things ever. Jeff starts choking on water in the middle of the last show, and while he is choking, he's telling Kim to fill the dead air. I think this is hilarious. A common running side joke on most of Jeff's puns on most of Jeff's shows. I was reading the comments, Brita. I will get to your pun comment in a second. But on most of Jeff's shows, he goes with a joke, leave it in, don't edit it out, doesn't know what he's doing, that kind of stuff, which is a lot of fun. And so what I'll say is, nothing funnier to me than Jeff, instead of going, I'm going to cough and we'll come back to this. I'm going to do one thing really quick. I'm just going to change the lighting a little. It is late night. The light right above me is definitely going to reflect if I get a sweet, sweet hologram, which I am hoping for. So anyway, on deck tonight, keeping with the Impel run. So you just saw me basically complete 1991's Impel Marvel Series 2 on the last show. And I'm continuing. This is Impel the Uncanny X-Men, the first series. By the way, welcome to the chat, Burrito. He says, as a ska punk, I love a bad pun. I didn't know ska and puns were related. My first concert was Real Big Fish. So yeah, I love puns. I didn't know those were related. Let me do a quick bit of research to show off. A nice part about this set is it is only 100 cards. The cool thing you are looking for is the holograms and possible autographs by Jim Lee. And I don't know the odds of getting a Jim Lee autograph. I've really been looking those up, but those would be fun. But the cards that we will be looking for outside of the autograph and holograms, which we actually have the full autograph set. So if we don't get any, we're fine. I think I actually pulled some of the last time I did this show. We're looking for a Psylocke, a Jean Grey, a Boom Boom, who I've also seen shown up as Boomer in one of the Marvel Impel ones, a Bishop, who really relevant to the modern ones, the Brood, the Blob, can't move the Blob, the Mutant Liberation Front as a team, Archangel, and I think that'll be it. And then also, okay, I'll throw this out here. This is the fun part about this set. There are some promo cards, meaning I'll actually start breaking, but I'll keep waxing effusive on that. But basically, on these sets, they would release cards ahead of time that people could get, like in small packs. Ooh, Cable. Cable is really good at. I think this was before they knew his full thing, because they have him as like full fighting ability, but not other things. But of course, turns into Nate Summers, and like he is constantly using his telekinesis to keep himself in check. Dark Phoenix, I love this set so much. Polaris, again, this is one of the, there was a promo card of this one done, and I think you can tell because the back, and Caliban, the Mutant Hunter. Zach, hey, let's see. Zach is a New Zealand fan. We're really going to have to start learning this. And Zach, something that I have been going nuts with lately is my wife and I have been watching The Boys, which of course has Carl Urban, of course best known from his role in Doom, which you can find on back catalogs of the Nerd Podcast. And so my wife and I have just been going nuts looking at all the things. And Zach, I'm happy you're in the chat because I wanted to be able to say this to someone. But um, my wife and I looked him up and we're so psyched to discover that. So psyched to discover. Okay, and by the way, so the Archangel I'm missing is the Danger Room Archangel. That makes sense. But my wife and I were so shocked, we're so psyched to discover that he was on Shortland Street, which is an awesome soap opera shown in New Zealand. And we watched it when we were out there. Shatterstar and Omega Red. So yeah, Shortland Street. If you've never watched it, got to check it out. He was only on it for a brief period of time, but we were loving it. We missed I think there was one season where they did a serial killer that really popped the ratings, but we loved it. And then, of course, as has come up on the show before, see, Jeff's not here to keep me in check on my New Zealand television. There's an amazing commercial. Oh, look at that sweet, sweet Phoenix card. I love that. The Shadow King. Got a Gambit. Oh, nope. I was getting excited. But there's an amazing commercial for like a home improvement store where they ask, or it's a bunch of kids saying they're going to do a home project. All right, we've been looking for, okay, 2 cards. I've kind of said this makes sense too, in that when you look at this set, so I'm going to show the cards I was missing. I was missing a Brood and a Boom Boom. And what you'll notice is I got them both in the same set, and I don't want to sell anything out, but the collation, it's a collation thing, so it's going to be more common that a lot of these packs will have the same cards. And the last Impel run I had, they both had. I always feel sad about this. Characters I like when they're just like weak across the board. Boom Boom makes like little balls of kinetic energy she can throw, and the Brood has got to be pretty powerful. They almost took down Wolverine. But yeah, so this awesome commercial about like a do-it-yourself store with some kids, and they like ask an Australian kid, and he was, it's good stuff. I said, Jeff, it's fun. And I guess it was super viral, and the kids got back together. So, all right, we got 2 of the cards. We were missing 8 cards. We're down to 2, but really what we are looking for is to complete that Hellfire Club. Jeff brings this up a lot too. Certainly for those of us that went through puberty and were reading comics around that time, the Black Queen, she's an energy vampire. She is something. Mask. Oh, I got a hologram in this one, so we'll tell you what. I'll do what a Jeff does. I'm just going to collect. What we'll do is I'm just going to collect the holograms down here, and we'll wait till the end to see them all. So sorry to use that lame trick. As we can see here, holograms will be down here, waiting for when they're done. Zach says, loving that Gambit card, loving them all. All right. Oh, yeah, keeping with the plugs, patreon.com, Siren, son of Banshee, patreon.com/Jeff May to support all of the stuff. Brand new month. So I'm going to try and start being more proactive about this, and I'll bring it up in just a second. But if you go to patreon.com/Jeff May, Jeff sends cards in the mail at certain tiers. And I'm at that tier, so I get stuff sent to me in the mail. And I will get to that in a moment. And so I actually went and did my August suggestions. Okay, and we'll talk about that in a second, Zach. Zach's asking costs, and I really am excited about that. So I did a breakdown on all of the I Must Break Yous that Jeff did. He did 4 last month. He did do a couple mailbags where he broke cards too. Full disclosure, we're all friends here. I can admit it. I just got tired. I was the end of the month. I was putting this together. I'm proud of myself. I actually put together some lists of cards, which we'll go over briefly. And I got to the end. I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. So by the way, what I'm asking Jeff for is I'm asking him for a Mystique from the awesome 2022 Upper Deck Marvel Beginnings. I love that set. A Jubilee base because I'm a Jubilee fan. He sent me this card, but Jeff is awesome on the patreon.com/Jeff May. Jeff May rookie card where he sends stuff in the mail. He tends to send like variants and numbered cards. He doesn't send just like weak base, but I'm like, no, I want the base. I'm all about that base. No hollow. I love Danny Trejo, and he's the Rancor Keeper in The Mandalorian. So this is from 2024 Topps Chrome. And as I've actually noted, I have started collecting Wicket cards myself, signed by Warwick Davis, so I want that. And you know what I decided I'm going to start doing, and I'm going to try and make this more of a weekly thing as opposed to monthly thing. I'm going to give my suggestions for these shows. So if you can't catch them live, here are some awesome cards you can ask for in the mail. We've even discussed with Jeff, hey, some of these might still be out there, and the comments we give, go to youtube.com/ Jeff Has Cool Cards, where you're at as we speak. And if you comment in the YouTube comments, we're going to give you first priority. But so there's this red Carnage, this red border Carnage. This is a base Rogue, but this is my favorite Rogue card. Ultimate props to TJ Shevlin. The Rogue with Donut cards is my favorite. Count Dooku, just for, the Jeff's voice. I'm not going to be able to do it justice. There's a Bill Burr in Star Wars. Riker Trombones Troy. Sherlock. This one I was tempted to ask for myself, but I've got so many cards. I kind of want to start, curating my collection. But this Sherlock Holmes Data and Geordi is awesome. Of course, the Batman the Animated Series matches Malone. And then, as we noted, the most unhinged card ever, where Batman has Punisher hanging upside down. So I'm going to try and make that a weekly thing where I list cards that I suggest behind, Jeff Has Cool Cards, I Must Break You stuff. Back to these cards. Zach in the comments asked, what would this cost? These boxes go for around $200 retail, I found. Jeff has noted in past that he knows people, so, he can sometimes get deals either at stores, whatever. So that's my recommendation. You keep $200 as the base price, and then ask yourself, if they go on sale. So, for instance, sites like Dave and Adams, which tend to be more for newer stuff, but, do occasionally have retro. Sometimes they'll have sales or whatever. Occasionally, not YouTube, occasionally eBay will have sales on specific things. So, keep the $200 price point in mind. So I got the Archangel, but not the Danger Room Archangel. Got a long shot. Oh, another. So here's the thing. This box, the 1992 Impel Uncanny X-Men, really, really good for holograms. The 1991 Marvel Series 2, and I already do have a strong guy, so I'm not worried about that. The Marvel Series 2 had about one per box, and as we even saw on the last show that I did, because I had a PSA, PSA had 2 sales going on for August, and I wanted to get enough because the way PSA sales normally work, I'm actually going to comment on that again in a second. But the way PSA sales work is they will do like a monthly special. So I'm going to hop over to PSA, and you'll see this month they have a $12.99 Pokemon grading special. How amazing. How great. But this was the thing about how these specials work and what was happening to me and Jeff at the end of the month. They usually have a minimum. 50 card Pokemon minimum. So I am upset by this because when I saw this $12.99, here's what I was thinking. Exploding Runes 6D6 has a channel out there and she breaks Pokemon cards. I love this stuff. And she's actually really good at grading. And I thought, what might be fun is if myself, if Jeff, maybe Exploding Ruins, broke some Pokemon cards this month, and at the end got something to send out, and then maybe turn around. You know me on this channel. My wheels are always worrying about future ideas, future things, and I'm just 50 that's not a special. That's ridiculous. The MLB, see, this kind of thing is the normal special. Normally it costs about $20 to grade a card. So similar to that $200 box thing, Zach, that I'm talking about. So the base point, the base point's 20, and so you want to look for around 15 before you send in. This is going to cost you $170 to maybe try and get a couple Gem Mint 10s. That's reasonable, right? But 50, that's what is that, $600, right? Yeah, $600 plus, because it's 13, $650. This is $650. That is not a special. So anyway, back to these cards. We have 3 holograms. So yeah, this set gives out holograms like Candy, Excalibur. I love this Mr. Sinister. That is so good. We do got one of our Danger Rooms, but all we want is the Archangel Danger Room. I'm going to have to see if Jeff got a X-Men Archangel Danger Room. I think he's broken these. Absolutely love this Wolverine. That is just awesome. And then we have Black Tom in front of a hologram. So I'm going to be curious because I'm going to have to go back and look. I'm going to have to rewatch my own show to see to see what I broke on the last one. But I mean, I've got 3 holograms already tonight. I got some before, so you know, it looks like you might be able to get a complete set in one hobby box, as well as, you know, maybe even the complete set of holograms. Whereas for Marvel Impel Series 2, Iceman, Sauron got the Psylocke. Oh, see, and this is exactly what I was talking. Okay, so check this. I was looking for 8 cards, 4 in a row. That speaks to the collation. That speaks to the collation that I got my Psylocke, my Archangel, my Jean Grey, my Blob. So let's see what else. Anybody else remember? I should have started putting them over. If off the top of your head, I'll reveal Psylocke, Jean Grey, boom boom. So I'm looking for a Bishop. We got the Brood, we got the Blob, and the Mutant Liberation Front. So, and those are very much related. Bishop and Mutant Liberation Front. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Zach commenting on like the Mr. Sinister, how they look. X-Men 97, a great show if you haven't checked it out. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's give other stuff. So let's see. This week, if you are not a member of Jeff Has Cool Friends, patreon.com/Jeff May, you're going to get to hear Alex Schmitty talk, which is amazing. But for us Patreon subscribers, I've been looking forward to this. X-Force with Domino. Jeff likes Domino. I can't remember what Proteus was. Was this, this was what? Oh yeah, this is Moira McTaggart and Charles Xavier's son, who's super powerful. And he does show up in the animated series. And then we got our Cable Danger Room. So we got our Danger Room. We are literally looking for a Bishop and an X-Men Liberation Front. We have 3 packs left to find them. I do like this set a lot more. I do like this set a lot more in that it's only 6 cards per pack. Good news, I'm getting a Storm, so I'll have something to send to Jeff. Maybe. Feral. Gambit. Yeah, I think I pull this exact. Go back if you can. I pulled those 4 in order, at least I know that. Maverick, I think, is new, and the actual X-Men themselves card, X-Men Gold, right, with Storm as the leader. So I was excited. I thought I got Storm, but I actually just got the team card. Zach mentioning Zach, you're rewatching the old X-Men the Animated Series show. Good on you. Like many things, that show does not age amazingly. Okay, so check this. Boom, 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 boom. But we got, okay, so see, like this isn't even hard to tell on collation. I literally said, hey, look at all the cards I don't have, and they all showed up in 1 pack. So it's like we get repeats. But boom, look at that. We got the complete set of X-Men Series 2. We have the complete hologram set. The only thing we are missing, and I'll talk that. So Bishop, Mutant Liberation Front. I don't remember Mutant Liberation. Okay, so by the way, Mutant Liberation Front has Strife, who is apparently a Cable copy. Zero Wild. I do not recognize this at all, and they show up in New Mutants number 87. Blob, Jean Grey, Archangel, and Psylocke. Okay. And whoops, I put some cards in the wrong spot. I have at minimum 3 holograms, and again, I'm going to go watch the last episode I did on these to see if I actually got a complete set of holograms. Ooh, nice. Love the Shadow Cat. That's one of my favorite cards. I know Jeff's a fan too. I did love this. So Kitty Pryde showed up. She phases through walls, and like a running gag early in the comic for her was that, you know, like she kept changing names. And, you know, it was like Sprite, and she had like roller skates and stuff. And whoever came up with the idea, because I actually have this, has happened with the adventures of Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. So I was like, what if we just made her a ninja? Because she can go through walls, and it's like freaking brilliant. So I'm sad Jeff isn't here. I'm also sad. I mean, I wasn't going to send this in for grading, but I'm also sad by the centering of the Shadow Cat. But yeah, so Boruto, we have a lot in common, by the way, with the ska and all that. I'll give this just as a random shout out. This has come up before. So, you know, when we plan nerd seasons, it usually comes around like a specific idea, and then we kind of branch out. And I think I know where season 9 is going, but at least 2 seeds. We got the Deadpool and I forgot the Imperial Guard. That looks like Gambit up there, even though it's not. But 2 seeds for future nerd episodes. Uh, two ideas for future nerd episodes are, first off, this is from Burrito, and if we do this, Burrito, I'm going to have to read your essay on it. The Care Bear and Care Bear Cousins crossover television special. I saw that. I love it. Okay, let's check out our holograms. Hologram number 1. Magneto. I sent 3 of these off for grading. Landon, my buddy, sent me one of a pack of this X-Men card, and I pulled a Magneto. I have so many Magneto grading cards, but this one looks in really good shape. Look at that. The corners look pretty crisp. Actually, I lied. Sorry, I got excited ahead of time. You can see that little... It's hard to tell because they're holograms. There's a little ding on that top. I got excited, but no. Okay, we got our strong guy in front of the Gambit. That one. Yeah, see, these are hard to get in great shape. You can see... So the good news, I've already sent a bunch out for grading. It'll come back somewhere between a 6 and a 10. So I'm not going to feel like I need to do this, but that's a cool one. And then finally, a Cable. And of these 3, and then it's hard to, I can't tell, here's what's rough. I can't tell if that's denting on it or the actual image itself. So either the card itself has some dents on it, or that's the base image. Regardless, I already sent one out for grading. I don't need to send another out. But that is freaking rad. And like I said, I'm going to have to go back. I know I got a Wolverine on the last one. And let's go to TCDB, and I'll tell you really quick about... And Landon just hopped into the chat. I was going to say, Landon, you said Gambit's awesome. I'll throw you this. I guarantee... so let's see. I got a Wolverine, a Cable, a Gambit, Magneto. If I got a Wolverine and X-Men card in the last one, which I did, I actually did, because the X-Men one was dented. So, 1 second. Did I leave it in there? I think I did. Okay, give me 1 second to show something off. Because this made me cry. Even though it wasn't my fault, but I made it worse, which is funny, but it doesn't matter. That's a weird way of phrasing things, isn't it? Okay. So... I wonder if I put it somewhere else. That's my thing. But I did get a X-Men hologram, which I think I know the box it's in. This is absolutely ridiculous. Who just hopped in? David Morris, howdy. I am trying to search down a hologram card that I have to show off how broken it is. How ridiculous of an idea is that? But I might not be able to do it before the end of the night, so that's fine. But anyway, we just broke some Impel Uncanny X-Men cards, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, I wonder where I put it. I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye out for it. But yeah, I basically do have a dented up X-Men hologram. So I did get a complete set. That's the fun thing. Here's what I'm going to give these boxes. This is Impel Uncanny X-Men 1992 set. Heck of a lot of fun. We'll show the holograms off. I should probably get these sleeved. Like I said, though, I'm not going to worry about grading because I don't think, unless the Cable is how it's supposed to be, and I don't remember those like smudges on the other Cable cards, I don't think any of them are in condition for grading, which, is a bummer. It can make you sad. But I can still, put them in the right things. But I bought this hobby box, was about $200. We were talking in the chat. Zach was asking like retail price. What I'd like to do on patreon.com/Jeff May, actually that's not related at all, but Jeff has cool cards. I do I Must Break Dre'K use on Monday. Jeff does I Must Break use on Wednesday. I don't know what he's breaking this week. Normally I would bug him and try and get spoilers and stuff out. But he's not here, so I can't bug him. But Jeff will get cards and then look for special ones to send to people. I will give another recap of that in a second. Oh, dang. You know what's a bummer? I get to thank my phone for doing its job in not alerting me. But I missed the chance at a Fiona Shaw autographed thing that was going on as we talked. Because it ended at, Oh my God. Oh, no, I'm so mad at myself. It ended at 54 and it ended at 22:50. I meant to pick that up for Jeff. I had my phone set to go off to remind myself, and it didn't go off because it did its job and didn't ding at me because we're recording, we're streaming. I missed it. I missed an of 50 gold Fiona Shaw autograph. That kind of J, Jeff. When you watch back, I hope Jeff got it. Hope Jeff got it. So that's on me. And you know what's really annoying? I had actually really hoped that that was going to be something I did on the show, was if I won it, I could show it off to everybody. And then I forgot to bid. Ah, no. Ah, well, it is what it is. One of those days. So, anyway, and we've pointed this out before. I'll get back to that in a second. But that with Fiona Shaw autographed cards, Jeff has one of the ultimate collections. And we worry about this. We worry if we're even, like, I saw one of these go the other day. I wasn't going to win it. That's me putting cards in the sleeves. I wasn't going to win it, but it went for 50, which is nuts. So I really do wonder if we are inflating the market. Zach says, time to find the future X-Men time machine. Discussing X-Men 97, I'll say this. You do not need to watch the original show for it. You can. It's good enough on its own. The original show's got a lot of nostalgia going for it. Hey, Robert Scholl. So what we got going tonight? Dre'K completed his set of Marvel Impel, the Uncanny X-Men. Dre'K forgot. Well, I didn't forget. My phone did its job. My phone in past has said, hey, I'm going to interrupt you every chance I can as a camera. But it's been staying live. It's awesome. And it didn't interrupt me tonight to tell me that I needed to bid on the Fiona Shaw autograph card, and as such, I missed it. My thoughts and prayers are that Jeff picked it up. $22.50. That is a really good deal for the of 50 card. So there's that. Anyway, if you go for a hobby box of Uncanny X-Men, you can get a complete set along with autograph, and I'll throw this out. I actually have one more of these that I picked up. I was thinking if I needed to get it to open two, just because you'll notice box number one. Box number one is Wolverine. Box number two is Magneto. I wanted one of each. So it's cool to have both, but this is just going to sit on the shelf. Don't need to break it because I have the complete set. I'll tell you, I mean, they're on the internet, Zach. Zach says he wants one. They are there. Again, keep your eyes peeled. If you see one of these at about 150, it's definitely worth your while. One other thing I want to check is this says the Jim Lee autograph. So apparently Jim Lee autographed Wolverine, Phoenix, Storm, Cable. Oh my gosh. This is a grail item right here. A Jim Lee autograph number 36 Rogue. And thanks to Gail Simone putting Rogue front and center on the most recent run of Uncanny X-Men. And thanks to X-Men 97, the value of that's only gone up. So this is a grail object here. 36 signed Rogue. Jim Lee from this set. Breaking it would be wild. Magneto, X-Force. So apparently Jim Lee signed 9 cards in this set. This is the other comment. There are promotional cards. So there was a pack of 5 cards they released. I found these in the wild, not unbroken. So unbroken, these cost money. But anyway. All right. I'm going to do my best not to be bummed about Fiona Shaw. I will actually take this to go the flip side, which is to say, if you go to Jeff Has Cool Cards, you will notice we have the ultimate Fiona Shaw autograph collection there. And the two that are going to haunt me, for those that remember the movie The Mighty Ducks, if you remember, there's like a scene in The Mighty Ducks where they have a second place thing, and he's like, yeah. And he's like, man, I wish we could take that one down. The gold wave of 50 Fiona Shaw autograph, there was a set of 4 of these. Someone was selling a set of 4 gold Star Wars autographs, including Fiona Shaw, on a weekend, and I missed it. And then now, if we do not get one of these gold refractors, one of the gold refractors. All right, so those are going to make me sad. All right, so let's review the comments before we head out. So David Morris said, I love this set. And I'm going to throw this out. I'm going to say that this set is kind of my favorite in that one of these hobby boxes, a classical hobby box, it's at a reasonable price point for the most part. about 200, like I said. That's a little high, but collectible. Whereas if I want to break a complete set, which I managed to do, this hobby box is affordable. Complete base set, complete hologram. There are still things to chase in there, right? The Jim Lee autographs. That's kind of, to me, perfect. Whereas before that, you get the junk wax era of like the NBA hoops, where it's big card sets, lots of cards, lots of duplicates, nothing really to chase. So it's cheap. You can buy them for like $50 to $100 a box, but there's nothing to chase for, versus a little later where you start getting really special stuff and it's like $500 to $1,000. And Zach asked if there are any guaranteed hits in this box. What I'll say is I checked the packs. So in theory, the packs are supposed to maybe tell you the odds. And I checked the boxes and there is nothing. So I am not sure the odds of a hologram. I know the Impel odds of a hologram in the X-Men in the Marvel set is 1 in 36. I have no idea in here, but I do know for a fact that I pulled 3 tonight, and I think 2 to 3 the other time. I think I pulled a Wolverine, Magneto, and X-Men. So who knows? All right. Anyway, same old, same old. If you are at patreon.com if not Patreon, yeah, do that one next. We'll do the other one. If you are at youtube.com/Jeff Has Cool Cards, do us a solid, like, subscribe. We've noted this before. If you want cards sent to you in the mail, leaving comments on the actual episodes is going to put you first in line. Obviously, you have to go to patreon.com/Jeff May and sign up for a rookie card tier. But if you want to be someone that gets one of the, first in line to get those cards in the mail, I can't speak 100% for Jeff, but my personal 2 cents is do it on the video itself, because that helps everybody out. If you want cards I break, you can ask Jeff. I send him a monthly package. So you basically have to wait. You have to be a long-time member, but you are free to do that as well. Jeff, of course, we will have the Alex Schmidt free episode coming out tomorrow for people who aren't on the stream. For people that are patrons at patreon.com/Jeff May, you will get the swear cut, and rest assured, I am looking forward to that so much. And that comes out tomorrow. Wednesday, Jeff is going to break cards right back here. youtube.com/Jeff. I think it's at Jeff Has Cool Cards. I don't know what he's breaking. That will be around 3 p.m. Pacific time. I do know he got something in the mail, so he might do a mailbag on Friday. We will have to see. And I do know he was on You Don't Even Like This Show today, Monday, talking about Disney, and I still need to listen to that. Thank you, everybody that watched. Thanks to everybody that saw me finish the collection. I will definitely check out and see if I got the complete set. And for those of you who want to stick around for a double feature, twitch.tv/RixterGT. That's spelled RixterGT. We are going to be maybe programming some Castlevania, Metroid, and vehemently arguing if Castlevania 2 qualifies as a Metroidvania game. Sound off in the comments. Everybody who knows it's right. Castlevania 2, absolutely a Metroidvania game. All right, again, Dre Alvarez found most places as Nerd Numbers. This has been I Must Drake You, and here in spirit, Jeff May. You can find most places as at Hey There Jeffro. And I'm still experimenting with the audio on the music, so I'll see if I did it right. Good night, everybody. Good night, David. Good night, Zach. Good night, Landon. Good night, Burrito. Keep being awesome.